Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the oldest and most profound stories ever told, a tale of two brothers, family rivalry, and a choice that echoed through history. This is the story of Cain and Abel. In the early days of humanity, Adam and Eve had two sons. The firstborn was Cain, a farmer who worked the soil, and his younger brother was Abel, a shepherd who tended the flocks. Both brothers worked hard, and in time, they each decided to bring an offering to God. Cain brought some of the fruit and crops from his harvest. Abel, on the other hand, brought the best of his flock, the firstborn lambs. Now, the story tells us that God looked with favor on Abel and his offering, but not on Cain and his. Why? The text doesn't give us all the details, but many interpretations suggest it was about the attitude of the heart. Abel gave his very best, a sign of deep reverence and faith, while Cain's offering might have been given more out of obligation, lacking that genuine spirit of generosity. Seeing his offering rejected, Cain became incredibly angry and dejected. His face fell, and a storm of jealousy and resentment started brewing inside him. God saw this and spoke to Cain directly. Almost like a concerned parent, he asked, "Why are you angry? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it." This is such a powerful moment. It's a warning about the nature of jealousy and anger. God wasn't just rejecting Cain, he was offering him a way back. He was telling him, "You have a choice here. You can master this negative feeling, or you can let it consume you." It's a struggle we all face, right? That internal battle between our better nature and those destructive emotions like envy and bitterness. But sadly, Cain didn't listen. He let the darkness win. He invited his brother Abel to go out into the field with him. And there, in the open field, away from everyone, Cain attacked his brother and killed him. It was the first murder, a brother turning against his own flesh and blood. The act was so shocking, it stained the very ground. Immediately after, God came to Cain and asked, "Where is your brother Abel?" It was a question to give Cain a chance to confess, to take responsibility. But instead, Cain famously replied, "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" With that one question, Cain tried to deny his connection to his brother, his responsibility for him. And it's a question that has haunted humanity ever since. Are we responsible for one another? Of course, God knew exactly what had happened. He told Cain that his brother's blood was crying out from the ground. The consequences for Cain's actions were severe. The ground he once farmed would no longer produce crops for him. He was to become a restless wanderer on the earth, forever disconnected from his home and his family. Cain cried out that his punishment was more than he could bear. He was afraid that whoever found him would kill him. But in a final, complex act of mercy, God placed a mark on Cain, not as a brand of shame, but as a sign of protection, so that no one who found him would kill him. And so, Cain left and lived as a wanderer, eventually starting his own family, but forever marked by his tragic choice. The story of Cain and Abel is more than just an ancient tale. It's a timeless lesson about jealousy, anger, and the critical choices we make. It reminds us that our actions have consequences, not just for ourselves, but for those around us. And it poses that eternal question, are we our brother's keeper? The story suggests that the answer is a resounding yes. We are connected, and we have a responsibility to look out for one another. Thanks for watching. If this story made you think, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories that shaped our world. See you next time.